Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Sideboard Files here on HEDRON.TV. My name is Manuel, I'm your host as usual, and this time I'm joined by the one and only Tobias Mieth. Welcome back.
Hi.
Czech Pile again.
Yeah. I'm pretty amazed how you managed to put the grid in the correct version after you realized your mistake. Smooth work.
Fantastic stuff. Years and years of training.
Yeah.
Laying down cards.
Trained professional. So still Czech Pile the deck.
Still Czech Pile.
If you want to see the main deck, just check out episode 1 of Czech Pile.
Yeah, exactly. Totally right. Actually, episode 27 to be precise in the Sideboard Files.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then we'll start numbering seasons as well.
Ooh, fancy.
No, jokes apart, actually. Yeah, of course. For those of you who want to know more about the list that Tobias played at Grand Prix Birmingham, where he achieved a fantastic result. Well, talking about finishing the money, 11-4 total score.
11-4, 40th place.
Yeah. I mean, not top 8, but still a quite good run. Come on. Yeah. So congratulations once again to you. And if you want to know about the list and the sideboard choices, why this list, why this sideboard cards, you can watch that episode. You'll find all the information you need. And of course, the sideboard here, absolutely the same than what you used here at the Grand Prix. So we can start now talking about the first matchup that we want to talk about in this episode. We're talking about lands.
Yeah, this matchup is totally unfavorable. Because we are not really proactive. We need to assume the role of an aggressor in this matchup, and it's pretty hard when your threats are like 2 mana 1/1s and 1 mana 1/2s and 3 mana 3/3s. Tough.
Yeah.
Sounds like a limited deck to me, so not really good.
Okay. But anyway, objectives, boss side, to try to overcome this huge obstacle. I mean, what do you want to do?
Somehow stop their life from the loam. Somehow.
Okay. Shut down the engine.
Shut down the engine. That's like the first objective. And when you've achieved this, then you might have a chance.
Okay. Still hard.
Yeah, still hard.
Okay. Very good. Then sideboard plans.
So sideboard plans here are you need to get rid of removal. Because they don't have any targets, main deck. Especially for small creature removal. They might board in trackers, but we still have some stuff that might hit trackers. Tireless tracker, by the way, if you might wonder it.
Yeah.
So Toxic Deluge has to go. Not really good. The Fatal Pushes have to go because no real use, and the Lightning Bolt as well, because you have to battle their engine normally first to win. Tempoing them out with Bolt Snap Bolt can happen sometimes, but I don't really like.
But you want to have better cards going.
Yeah, I don't really like the idea.
Yeah.
And I bought out like 2 Force of Wills because sometimes Force is okay against them. Sometimes it's like totally terrible when you have to force like a life from the loam. That they just replay next turn.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Sisyphus rolling up like the rock.
Yeah. Not really reliable. Yeah.
So like keeping in 2 is fine, especially to stop their fast starts where they can like drop a lot of lands on the first turn. It's fine, but normally you have to have it happen anyways. If you stop it, it's like a bonus, but
not top priority. Yeah. Okay.
So and in the 3 Surgicals. This is This is the main card which can let you win this matchup if you manage to Surgical their life from the loams. After the life from the loams, other good targets are like Wastelands, Ghost Quarters, Dark Depths combo, Thespian Stages. There's like a lot of good spell-like lands you would like to Surgical away, but mainly you want to get rid of life from the loam. You have to be a bit careful because they have cycle lands, so in response to a Surgical, they can just cycle a land, dredge the life from the loam, and the life from the loam is gone. So you have to be really careful.
Yeah.
And experienced land players, they know how to play around Surgical. So it's pretty tough. But that's the main reason you can win a match, Surgical.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And besides the Surgicals, to him to Turok, because attacking the hand is decent. I mean, they tend to play out their hand pretty quickly if they have the fast starts, but sometimes you can snatch like a Tireless Tracker after sideboarding or other various win conditions which they keep for like your Planeswalkers and so on, because Planeswalkers are tough for them. They have like the Punishing Fire stuff. However, they need like 2 turns normally to get rid of a Planeswalker, and 2 turns generating value with the Planeswalker is almost always good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Sylvan Library, because having advantage which isn't a creature against these decks is good, because they have like this $2,000 card, Tabernacle of Pendrell Way. That might be a reason why I haven't faced so many Lens players.
Yeah, true.
Because it really spiked again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tabernacle is really good against like all your creature threats, so you need to diversify your threats a bit to not be too soft to Tabernacle of Pendrell Way. Then besides that, I like to bring a Diabolic Edict. Gets rid of Tracker, gets rid of Marred Large. What you want.
Yeah, exactly. All good uses, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Right, very good. So we can just go for the next matchup.
Yeah.
We have Death and Taxes.
Yeah.
Now, favored or unfavored?
I would say totally favored, because
Totally favored. Okay.
Yeah, not like insanely favored.
Okay,
you're not going
favored.
to win at any time, but you're slightly favored.
Okay.
I mean, with this deck, you're never like the absolute dominator where you kill them anytime, because you're not too proactive to be like, okay, I'm always winning this.
Yeah, sure. No, I understand your point.
However, this is like really good. You have a lot of good answers, especially since they printed Kolaghan's Command. This card is really wrecking Death and Taxes, because like this combination of equipments, vials, and small creatures, it's almost always a good 2-for-1 where you kill like Talia, kill a Jitte, kill whatever, you name it. Just name a card in a Death and Taxes stack, and you almost always kill it, unless there's a Mother of Runes involved. But that's Mother of Runes.
Yeah, sure.
We know about it.
We know about it. Okay, so objectives in the post-cyber games.
Yeah, you're the clear control deck here. It's a bit like against Man of Steel, for example.
Yeah.
So where you have to stave off the early aggression.
Yeah, the Steel Stompy deck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then leverage your advantage from on there. Keeping the board clear is pretty important. And if they have like a vial, it's pretty important to get either rid of the vial, or if they have the vial, attack their hand. That's another angle of attack against the vial. If you empty their hand, the vial is not as useful anymore.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's about
it. Yeah. Okay, so the cyber plans. What goes out and what goes in?
So out go the Force of Wills, because Force of Will, if they have vial, if they have Cavern of Souls, not really good. If they can bring in equipments with Stoneforge Mystic, not really good.
Mm-hmm.
So Force of Will has to go.
Yeah.
Thoughtseize has to go as well, because I said attacking the hand is fine. However, you don't want to go 1-for-1 normally, and you don't want a life loss here, because the life loss, they are a beatdown deck after all, and so you want to protect your life total. And if I don't know what to bot out, always 1 ponder.
Yeah, the cantrip you can cut. I mean, cutting one is totally fine. Okay.
And what comes in are like this whole row of kill spells comes in, where you have the explosives, the pyroclasm, and the edict, because everything can kill creatures. Explosives have like the added value where they can kill. I don't know, if you kill a Mother of Runes, you kill a vial with it or something else. So there's like always different targets you can hit with it. Equipments. So that's totally fine. Or germ tokens for 0 sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
And besides these kill spells, Liliana Last Hope, because this can gobble up a lot of creatures from the deck. Mother of Runes can get killed if it's not if it's summoning sick at the moment. You can kill like Talia. There's a lot of good targets which you want.
Yeah, plenty. They have plenty of creatures with 1 toughness. So the first ability of Liliana is really effective. Yeah.
Flicker Wisp is another good target. There's like a lot. And besides that, Sylvan Library, enter him to Turok. So it's like all down here.
Yeah,
because counter spells are not too good. Surgical doesn't fulfill a purpose here.
No, these are not the cards you want.
Because they have like different threats. You don't want to surgical one thing and discard a card for it. So no. The library is just like tap out early and from then on try to get back into the game. The library in this matchup is again a two-edged sword because of the life loss when you want to draw extra cards, but the filtering almost always is fine already.
Okay.
And sometimes losing like 4 life if you get like the perfect answer.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. You cannot probably afford to pay 8 life. That will be too much. But 4 life is still okay. You can use it.
Sometimes 8 is okay, but
rarely.
Almost never.
Yeah,
rarely.
And you can still use the Fetchlands to have a look in the next turn, or maybe even during your upkeep, and then you look at 3 new cards. So the filter is still working, still helping you out.
Enter him to Turok because I said attacking the hand is fine. Because if I can answer something in the hand, I don't need to answer it on the board. So it's like an unspecific answer for any kind of card they could have.
Okay. Yeah. Straightforward plan. I guess we said it all. We can go for the next matchup. Miracle Control.
Yeah.
Miracle Control, still a good deck.
It's still a good deck. There are different versions out there. There's like Jeskai, there's straight blue-white. There's decks with Back to Basics main deck. There's decks with the Helm of Obedience combo main deck and Rest in Peace.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But like the core is almost always the same. Like Brainstorm, Ponder, Portent, Snapcaster, and the Miracle spells.
The Miracle cards, absolutely. Predict and that kind of stuff. Okay, so how do you see the matchup?
I would say it's more or less even, but I think it's slightly unfavored because they're a bit bigger in what they are doing normally. So you have to assume the role of an aggressor. The big plus to our deck is we have Planeswalkers because Planeswalkers are big trumps in these matchups where you have 2 decks facing each other, which are full with removal and which are pretty creature-light. Because the bane to any Planeswalker is like a big board. And you almost never have like a big board on either side. So Planeswalker, if you can like resolve the Planeswalkers, that's a big plus. I mean, they have Jace themselves. However, we have Liliana, for example, which can be amazing, or the Liliana, the Last Hope after sideboarding. But normally it's like slightly unfavored because they're a bit bigger in what they are doing, and especially like the instant speed 2-for-1s are a bit better than the sorcery speed 2-for-1s because then you can still react to what your opponent is doing.
Yeah. Okay, so objectives in the post-Sideboard games.
Yeah, the objective is just keep on in the card advantage war. So you always want to stay up on cards. As
Just
best as possible.
Yeah. You're playing a long game, of course, because it's going to be control versus control, grindy stuff, keeping your card advantage and try to take the game because of it.
Yeah.
All right, so sideboard plans?
So the sideboard plan, what you definitely bought out, you know it already. It's a fair deck.
Sure, Force of Will goes out.
Force of Will goes out, yeah.
I'm learning.
All of them. Then Toxic Deluge. Toxic Deluge, sometimes you should keep in when they play Mentor, but at the moment, Mentor is not too popular. So I would board it out unless you see Mentor, know your opponent is playing Mentor, or in game 2 you see a Mentor board it in, for example.
Yeah.
Then bring it in again.
But sure.
At the moment, I would default to board it out.
Okay.
Then board out Diabolic Edict. You always board this out, even if you see Mentor, because instant speed tokens.
Sure.
Not really good. Fatal Push. Same reason. No good targets for Fatal Push. Bought it out as well, and a Ponder. These are 9 cards we bought out, and the cards we bought in is like the blasts.
Yeah, sure.
The red blasts, the Fluster Storms, which are good counter spells, especially like for the miracle spells, where they're pretty shining against. Him to Turok, you want to board in 2-for-1 again. Liliana, the Last Hope, as we said like countless times before, it's a good source of card advantage. Can gobble up like Snapcasters from their deck. Sylvan Library, again, steady stream of card advantage and filtering, which is
all the value cards. Huh? Yeah.
And then I would like to bring in engineered explosives because they have like different angles of attack they can bring in from a sideboard. Sometimes even have a main deck where I said like the back to basics. Sometimes they even play Blood Moon when they are like Jeskai, which is pretty funny. A 3-color deck playing Blood Moon, but they do it. They do it, and like different stuff like with Rest in Peace and Helm of Obedience combo. You never know what you need it for, so explosives is almost always fine. You can blow up like counterbalance, which they play sometimes. So that's why I like explosives.
Yeah, I think it's pretty versatile, and you can deal with different problems with the same card.
Exactly.
So when you have this kind of flexibility, I mean, you are safe in several situations.
Yeah.
Very good tool.
I sometimes, when I know I play against the Back to Basics and Blood Moon version, I preemptively just put down explosives on 3 and just let it sit there, because normally you have time in this matchup, and then they have problem, and okay, how do I develop my Back to Basics now or develop my Blood Moon now?
That's you pose like a problem there, and it's like they have to deal with it.
Yeah, and somehow. Even if they have Mentor, can kill a Mentor on 3.
Yeah, so. True. Many, catching several pigeons with one stone. Yeah, we can say that.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. So, we can go for another matchup then. We're talking about Eldrazi this time, Eldrazi Aggro, right? So, favorite or unfavored?
I would say it's pretty favored, mainly because we are playing Baleful Strix. Baleful Strix is pretty annoying for them, because they are playing big creatures, big dumb creatures. I mean, some of them have trample, but still you trade against this 2-mana 1/1 flyer which draws a card. Sounds pretty amazing. And then like rebuying it hopefully with a Call Against Command, playing it again, and that's how you win against these decks normally. It's not insanely favored because they can like always not draw you.
If they have a powerful start, you need to contain it very fast, otherwise you lose the game. Yeah, that's for sure.
Especially if they're like this real aggro version and they play out like 1 or 2 mimics on turn 1 and then Thought Not Seer on turn 2.
Yeah,
might be troublesome.
Yeah, life can be hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we speak about the objectives in the game post sideboard, one of the objectives could be actually being able to contain their initial assault.
It's don't die.
Yeah, like survive.
Yeah.
First objective, survive.
Survive the onslaught and then you're fine.
Yeah, okay. And apart containing the initial assault, what else would you like to do in the game post sideboard?
The main thing is just like contain the assault, and after that just slowly take over.
Slowly take over, okay. Slowly take control of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So sideboard plans, what goes out, what goes in?
4 forces.
Okay.
Because this again is not like an unfair deck. And they play I forgot the name. Help me. The Cavern of Souls.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You helped me so much.
Well, just with the power of the mind.
The power
I stared
of the
at
mind.
you and you received it.
Yeah, I received it. Cavern of Souls. So force is not that good, and normally it's like several threats. You don't want to counter like a single Thought Not Seer or whatever, because you can. I mean, you could even just suck it up. You 2-for-1 yourself when you force it, but you can still just like let it resolve more or less, and then they take a card from your hand, and then it's like a 2-for-1 again if you just push it or whatever.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah. You don't want to be in that situation in the end. No.
And that's like the only cards that get boarded out. The rest stays in, because everything fulfills some purpose in this matchup. And what you bought in as well is like Diabolic Edicts, the Explosives. So these two. Because the Edict kills fatties, no matter how big they are. Perfect. The Explosives, it's especially fun because it can kill the Chalices and it can kill Endless Ones.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Endless Ones can be a problem sometimes, and with that you can easily get rid of it.
Yeah.
Besides that, I would like to board in the libraries. the Sylvan library, because tap out once and from then on just generate slow advantage.
Yeah. Filtering first, and then maybe if you can even draw an extra card.
Again, a matchup where drawing an extra card is problematic because they are beatdown deck after all, but it's fine. And besides the library, the Hymn to Turak, because they normally don't spit out their hand too aggressively. They are hellbent around turn 5, 6, 7 normally. So Hymn to Turak is almost always good if you hit like a Smasher or a Thought-Knot Seer.
It's good.
It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, very crystal clear sideboard plan. Yes, we mentioned all the cards that you want to board in. So yeah, we're done with it. And we're also done with this episode because that was the last matchup we wanted to talk about. So thank you very much, Toby, for being here.
No problem.
And a big thank you to all of you who've been watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below as usual. And if you want to reach us on Twitter and Facebook, facebook.com/HEDRON.TV, twitter.com/HEDRON.TV. And of course, stay tuned on HEDRON.TV for more content to come. For now, it's goodbye.
Goodbye.